Alright gamers, welcome to the first episode of Beta This. Today we'll be taking a look at Tera Online. It's in closed beta right now. This is the first phase of it. So there are some restrictions that I won't be able to show you the full capacity of the game. No, we only get one character and it'll only go up to level 22 and there's no real PvP in it as of yet. The next phase of the beta will actually add a PvP realm, which I'll put a character on that and show you the PvP base. But today, all that's going to be in this is the character creation and basic combat, just so you can see what the game looks like and how it plays. The difference in combat in this game is they have what they call true action combat. It's basically a combat that works like Devil May Cry or God of War, you know, that sort of game. Just not quite as quick and drastic, but still a lot faster than your standard click on a person and you hack and slash without having to press anything for 4 or 5 minutes while you spam random abilities in between. Woohoo. But I'll just start right in here and I'll show you a little bit of the characters, the different classes and races they got. The menus are actually really nice in this game. I like the menus. They're very clean, organized. As you can see, I already have a character on the server, but I'm still able to go in and show you, like, start creating a new character. It just won't allow me once I hit create character. So, starting out, we'll have the 7 races here. We got human, male or female, Castanic, male or female, then you got Amons, male or female, Paporis, not sure if they're male or female, not like it really matters, but they're little animal guys. Then you got Elens, the little, what looks like little girls, but they're actually full adult. That's just their race, but they're female only. Then you got Barakas, which are male only, and then the High Elves, which are male or female, even though both of them look like female. But I'll go ahead and start with the humans, and well, we'll just put a little up on here. Okay, and then you got your 8 classes, sorry. You got Warrior, who's dual wielding either DPS or evasive tank that you can tank with them. They have abilities that hold threat, but you will basically be dodging around a lot instead of taking the damage head on because they only wear leather armor instead of heavy plate type armor. Then you got your Lancer, who is the main take abuse to the face tank. They wear the heavy armor, they got a shield and a large weapon where they hold threat. And then they just take the abuse to the face, not much in the way of dodging. Next you got Slayer, which is a two-handed sword user. They wear lighter leather armor, and they move around really quick, but still do quite a bit of damage because they have a larger weapon. Then you got Berserker, who uses a big two-handed axe and has heavy armor, so they take less damage from hits and don't move as quick, but they do a lot of damage. Next you got your mini nukes, the Sorcerer, your one-button wind mages. They're very powerful. They, of course, are standard cloth armor, all that fun stuff like any other mage in a game. That's all they're really good for is the DPS. Same thing with your Archer, standard Hunter. Good for DPS, wear the leather armor, ranged attacks, good to go. Priest, your primary healer. Pretty standard as well for any kind of MMO. You got your priests, they mainly heal. They got some damaging attacks just because, you know, they have to be able to level and kill things. But as far as it goes, they're going to be mainly your healers. Then you got your mystics, which are a support healing class. They can heal, they got buffs and things like that, though they do some damage, but only a little bit more than the priest. But they're always there to help out with the healing and some extra buffs to get through on fights. I'll go ahead and back up so we can get a look at the other races. Each race does have little race bonuses that they get out of it. Humans get a bonus towards PvP. The other ones I'm not really sure on. Castanics get a bonus when on critical strike. They get a big critical strike bonus when they're attacking from behind. So let me just go ahead and pop into the Castanics. The features are the main thing that changes from race to race. Otherwise, nothing really changes drastically with each race. I guess I forgot to go into the humans, but the humans are pretty regular. The only thing that you can change in their features is what their face looks like. Nothing extraordinary. Now with the Castanic, you can change their horns, which also changes their hairstyle, which is kinda... I wish that you could separate the two, change your horns and change the hair separately, so you could get more combinations. And then you got your all kinds of different hair colors for the Castanics. Otherwise, their face, you can just change their face. Adornments, aka makeup and tattoos that are on them. Fine details, the cool thing is you can customize just about everything on each on a character's face. Sorry about that, cannot talk. So the only problem I had with the customization and all this is, even though you can change the shape of the eyes and everything else, you can change the colors to everything, you cannot change your eye color, which I find kind of odd. And I know some RP people who are having to RPing with their characters and getting into it and actually playing like they are the character would probably be a little on the unhappy side that they can't color their eyes, but not a big deal to me. But I can see where some people might be upset. And with all of, like with the standard... One thing I forgot to mention, this is actually a Korean-based MMO. It's actually out in Korea right now. The one thing I've noticed with a lot of Korean MMOs is they like to put in a set so you can see what your armor is going to look like farther in. Sorry, I keep trying to put my thoughts through here. So I noticed that not many American MMOs do this, but one has adopted it recently, and that was Rift. Rift actually has something where you go to create a character, you can actually look at what the higher level armor looks like now. But that's one of the only few in America that I've actually seen that actually does that. Otherwise, it's been basically a Korean MMO basis. And then you get 5 different voices you can pick from, like this, the tone of their voice. Males have 5, women have 5. They don't change from race to race. They're all the same. So... yeah, that'll be all the women's voices. I'll back up. When I go to another race, I'll do the males, and you can hear the males side of things. But aside from that, that's the Castanics, at least for the female basis. Men get to change their horns as well. Not much difference there. And we got the Amons, the males, just big horned creatures. The women look more like, almost like an aquatic type race, like, even though they're the same race, but they look more aquatic than the males, who look more like a triceratops. But I'll go ahead and go into a male Amon here. The Amons have a bunch of bonuses that they get, like when they're low on health, or they get a cooldown they can use towards like decreasing damage, so they get a lot of tanking abilities. So that'll be their main thing that you would want to choose for an Amon. They get a lot of bonus towards tanking, even though you don't have to. You can pick any of them, but just for a little helpful hint. Pick a random. The features that change on the Amon are their horns, of course, the most distinctive feature on them. Aside from that, they get different faces, but, I mean, it's just going to be what you expect. Their face changes, woohoo. Nothing else changes from there, but let me show you the male voices since we're here. Okay, there you go. And one other cool feature is you can, you don't have to finish your character to name it. You can actually just edit name at the beginning when you go into the screen and randomly throw in a name, and it'll pop up at the top if it's available. If it's not available, then it'll tell you to pick another name. But, so, pop back out here, and then we'll go to the next race. And we got the Paporis. These are probably one of the most fun races to customize, because they have a bunch of different animals that you can turn them into, be it a cat, hamster, dog, gerbil, beaver, that kind of thing. They are, I like them, they're fun, they're little short, fat, little creatures, but I'll just show you a few of their little customizations. They got a bunny as well. Yeah, so that's their main thing. They're one of their other presets that you can change are their tail. And other than that, they don't have anything else. They have their faces, of course, but that's almost like, well, that's their preset. Like their preset's changing the face that they have. So, and their Adornments just changes what's on them. You can put a smiley face on the back of their head. Smile! Okay. back out here again, and I'll show you the Elens, or Ellens, however you pronounce that. Like I said, they may look like little girls, but they're actually full adult. That's just their race, so. Go Sorcerer. And their features, they basically just get to change their ears. You can't change their face, of course, but the main thing is their ears. You can give them fox ears, cat ears, bunny ears. I think little bear ears as well. But, yeah, aside from that, not much difference with them. And I'm going a little bit faster through the character creation once I've gone through the main set of character creation stuff, because I know the character creation is kind of boring, but some people like to see what you can actually do with some of the characters, so the main features are just what I'm going to continue showing here. Now, one thing with the Barakas is they don't actually have features that you can change them. One thing they can change is their face, and they got a bunch of weird different faces, like that's their defining feature is their face. So, I actually like that face a lot. Looks almost sort of futuristic type thing. Maybe, oh, I guess that almost looked like a Dead Space type helmet. It's kind of cool. But, aside from that, I think I only got one more race here to go. Pop back out here and take a look at the High Elves, the double female race, as far as I'm concerned. After I'm done showing you this, I'll pop back into the game and I'll show you a little bit of the combat. The character I have is level 10, so it's not max of level 22 that we have right now, but I haven't had a lot of time to really catch up with the beta and get up to the max level for now. Though the cool thing is all the characters will be kept throughout all the closed beta phases, which there will be 5 of them. The next beta phase, I'll be showing you the PvP portion of this. So, let's take a quick peek at that. I'll just finish that up and then I'll pop into the game. Basically, they'll just have their hairstyles is the main thing that changes with them. That's their defining feature, is their hair. Go figure. They're more or less just like the humans. That's what the humans' defining feature is as well, is their hair. That's what changes with their features. But, let me go ahead and pop out, go into the character that I already have on this server. And I'll go in and show you some quick combat, and then I'll probably just end this off, let you know when the next beta will be, and we'll be good to go from there. I made a Slayer and tested that out. It was really slow at first. The combat, they only really have one thing they can do, and then they have a dodge ability. But it actually got kind of cool because they get a charge and everything else. The main problem I have with the Slayer, though, is you don't have the ability to do anything until you attack. So, like, coming up to this guy, I have no MP, and that's what everyone has is MP. That's your energy basis. Some have max MP, like Sorcerers have max MP, but Slayers start out with none, and they build up MP as they're going. So like I was saying with the combat earlier, if you aren't targeting, like, it's a God of War basis thing, so if you can't actually target. The reticle is your targeting. You can't click on them to put them up on a menu or anything. It's just whatever you're got the reticle on is what is targeted. And you won't hit them unless your blade actually hits them or your spell. So if you're swinging this way and your blade doesn't hit them, you will not hit them even if they're targeted, or originally were your target. So like here, I'll go ahead and show you can actually do your special abilities, sell things quicker. But one cool thing is you can actually hook up a Xbox 360 pad into the game and play with that as well, because it doesn't have too many buttons that you have to press, and it actually allows for that, since it's pretty easy combat, and it's much more like I said, Devil May Cry or God of War or Dante's Inferno even. But here, I'll charge up so you can see the charge for the Slayer. It increases their next attack that they do by 30%, so they do it a hell of a lot faster. But yeah, pretty simple combat. I mean, you can hold the button down and it basically continues your combo attacks, or keeps doing the main attack that you have. The weapon use, like the melee weapon users, actually have combos. The range casters sort of just do the same spell over and over again until they hit another spell. But far as it goes, I'm really liking the combat in this game. It's very solid. I like it. I know DC Universe actually had a system sort of like this where you had combos. It was a little more extensive. It was all about combo, and you could block, you could dodge, you could do all that. But there was still a range difference. Like, you could still get hit by a weapon that was really far away. This one is dead to you cannot hit them unless they're actually in the range of your weapon. So that makes for going to be some very awesome PvP in my belief. And I'll probably actually really like that PvP. I've never been one to do PvP in games, but with this I might be forced into it because I think it'll be a lot of fun. But like I said, the next beta will have a PvP realm. I'll make a character on that and go through there, and they'll probably give us more characters to put onto the realms. Right now, of course, we could only have one on each realm, and the max level is 22. I didn't get up to that point, so the next beta is in 2 weeks. It will be on the 24th through the 26th. I'll post another video then, and you'll be able to see the PvP in that, maybe some higher level combat, given if I can get up there. Been kind of busy, so I haven't been able to do that. Other than that, it's been fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe, and this has been awesome. I'm Daniel. Thanks for watching.